Hey everyone, welcome to Turkish series stars. Settle in, because we're diving into a story that has the entire entertainment scene buzzing. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed and share this video so you don't miss any of the twists. Let's get into it, because what we've learned has left fans stunned and insiders whispering. Whispers turned into a full-blown storm when talk began circulating that tension had erupted between actor Navruz and his girlfriend Alina. What's at the center of it all? A hardline warning said to have come from Alp's mother, an ultimatum that allegedly landed in Alina's messages with chilling clarity: "You have 1 week to walk away from my son." It sounded like something ripped from a drama script, yet sources insist the words were real, the tone unmistakably firm, and the impact immediate. The couple, by all accounts, had been steady and serious for a long while, building a quiet rhythm away from red carpets and flashbulbs. But the pressure, according to those close to them, did not come from the public. It came from home. Alp's family, especially his mother, allegedly decided that Alina wasn't the right fit and began to push back, gently at first and then with startling force. Those who know the family say the concern was not one-dimensional, it was about image, compatibility, and the imagined strain of two intense careers. None of that made the message easier to receive. When that warning reached her, Alina was, as people in her circle frame it, both hurt and shocked. She did not fire back. She did not post about it. She confided in close friends and kept her composure. For her, silence was not weakness, it was control. And while she processed what it meant to be confronted not by online noise but by a personal ultimatum, Alp chose not to comment publicly either. The couple stayed quiet, letting the world speculate while they tried to breathe through it. Neither Alina nor Alp has confirmed the ultimatum outright, yet the atmosphere around them tells its own story. Entertainment reporters are already treating the rumored warning as a pivotal moment, one that has pushed the relationship to an edge it has never had to look over before. The idea that a parent could shape a timeline for love feels old-fashioned to some and practical to others, but the effect is the same: uncertainty rippling through two people who have built something real. What makes this more than a private dispute is how it mirrors what so many celebrity couples face: the pull of family expectations against a partnership struggling to protect itself. Psychologists often say that when interference enters a relationship, especially one under constant watch, the strain multiplies. Careers, reputations, and public narratives get tangled up with personal feelings, and one message, one demand, can start a fire that takes months to put out. According to people Alina trusts, she avoided panic in those first hours. She is said to have told a friend, in a calm voice that didn't match the gravity of the moment, that she needed to stay centered and think with clarity rather than emotion. Her words were not a cry for help, they were a plan. Emotion could come later. Right now, she needed to understand how to move forward without breaking herself. Meanwhile, the online world picked up the scent. Posts surged. Timelines filled. Fans who adore this couple sent wave after wave of encouragement to both sides. There were messages urging strength, notes reminding them not to let anyone else write their love story, and a fair share of stern criticism directed at the idea of a parent policing a grown man's relationship. Commentators stepped in too, analyzing what family interference can do to two people who already live publicly. They debated whether this was about protection or control and how, in the world of fame, those two concepts can become dangerously blurred. The question everyone is asking now is simple but brutal: what will Alina do, and where will Alp stand? Will he draw a line and defend the life they've built, or will he try to bridge the gap between his mother's will and his own heart? Their next statements, if and when they come, are poised to rip through the gossip cycle and grab the spotlight like nothing else. Alina's closest friends have not denied what happened. They say she felt the blow deeply, then stepped away from her accounts for a few days to breathe. That retreat wasn't surrender, it was self-preservation. Her circle describes her as steady, meticulously weighing her choices instead of reacting on impulse. Where others might rage, she retreats, rethinks, and then returns with intention. Alp's relationship with his family has appeared in headlines before, though never with stakes this explicit. In certain circles, it's almost a known refrain that his mother cares fiercely, watches closely, and has never been shy about her opinions regarding her son's love life. That vigilance, some say, came into stark focus with Alina. Leaked whispers claim that the objection rests on a simple yet cutting belief that Alina's rise, work ethic, and personality, while admirable, don't align with what his mother envisions as a partner for him. What that truly means is anyone's guess, but everyone agrees on one thing: the couple may be heading toward a confrontation they cannot avoid. On social platforms, conversations spread like wildfire. Before long, the name Alina Boz sat among the most discussed topics of the day as fans poured their hearts out, constructing threads of support and pleading for compassion from all sides. Opinion writers joined in, calling this a case study in how love within the spotlight can be eroded by external will. Some argued that this situation could redefine the couple's dynamic. Others voiced hope that it might instead make them stronger, pushing them to stand together in a way they never had to before. Sources who keep a careful ear to the ground say Alina has chosen the steady path, hoping to address everything directly with Alp rather than via third parties or amplified posts. She wants to hear his thoughts without mediation, to understand whether he's ready to lock hands and face a united horizon. That intention, noble as it sounds, collides with the fact that a mother's stance, unyielding and watchful, could turn a private conversation into a turning point neither side can control. Therapists who watch celebrity relationships from afar often repeat a similar refrain: if a couple can meet outside the noise and agree to a common stance, they safeguard themselves against external pressure. Without that joint position, cracks appear fast. And when family tension is framed as an ultimatum, the emotional toll can be devastating. Everything now hinges on how Alina and Alp choose to move. Their next days will likely write a chapter that fans will replay for weeks. Whether they break the silence together or separately, all eyes are on how they handle the weight of a demand no couple wants to face. Insiders say Alina didn't just lean on friends, she also turned to her representative. The advice she received felt measured and mature. Be cautious, avoid impulsive vows or retaliatory statements, document everything, and, above all else, protect your emotional balance. Those words aligned with Alina's instinct to resist drama. She would not feed the machine with a feverish post. She would speak if and when it made sense. Around Alp, the conversation about his family grew louder. Those who've watched his mother over time claim she is relentless when she believes she's right, and that she may have expressed her stance not only behind closed doors but also through strategically vague posts that hint without naming. One source painted a picture of a parent who wants outcomes molded to her vision and who is keeping a careful eye on Alina's every reaction, measuring what each silence, each appearance, each absence might mean. The reaction across platforms was immediate and vast. Messages of solidarity for Alina stacked up by the minute, while others insisted the issue should be handled privately. The debate generated thousands upon thousands of interactions, dominating conversations throughout the day. People aren't just watching, they are choosing sides, crafting narratives, and, intentionally or not, raising the stakes for the couple. Those with direct knowledge say Alina remains intentionally quiet online, unwilling to turn her feed into a battleground. In private, she is reported to have said that being ordered to abandon the person she loves is a line too far. She doesn't want to lash out, she wants to be strategic. She is determined to balance heart and reason, even as the pressure builds. The mystery of Alp's response hangs over everything. Will he issue a definitive statement? Will he speak only to Alina? Or will he say nothing at all and let time reveal his decision? Industry watchers stress that communication between partners is everything right now. Silence might buy time, but it can also be misread, and in the world they inhabit, misinterpretations have long shadows. Sources suggest that the relationship has been navigating rough air for a while, with busy schedules and the relentless pace of their careers adding friction. The alleged message from his mother didn't create the pressure. It magnified it. After receiving it, Alina is said to have taken a cautious step back from social media, the better to avoid knee-jerk reactions she might later regret. To her friends, she allegedly said that if she loses her calm, everything could escalate and spiral beyond control. Behind the scenes, there's talk of a coming conversation, one that will likely decide whether they regroup or unravel. Alina wants clarity. Alp will need to choose between mediation and resolve. Those who admire them hope for the latter, imagining a moment where they stand shoulder to shoulder, making it clear that their bond is not up for negotiation. But love does not exist in a vacuum, and families do not simply step back because the public asks them to. If anything, the heightened buzz can harden stances. That's why friends urge caution and therapists preach patience. External noise fades eventually, they say, but words said in anger, or decisions rushed by pressure, can echo for years. There's a quieter side to this story too, the private hours where Alina sits with her thoughts and Alp weighs the cost of a choice that could please one heart and wound another. The world will never see those moments, but they're the ones that decide outcomes. They are not glamorous scenes, but they are decisive ones, and they are happening right now. If the couple can find a single voice, this could mark a new stage in their relationship, one forged in adversity, more grounded than before. If they cannot, the silence that follows might tell its own sad tale. Either way, the next days will be remembered. We'll keep following this closely. For now, that's what we know and what trusted sources are quietly sharing. If you want to stay ahead of every update on this story and others like it, make sure you're subscribed. This is Turkish series Stars, and we'll be here when the next chapter breaks.